Hello there, welcome to AMBR Builds, where assembly may be required. Join me as I document my journey back into LEGO collecting. Today I'm very excited to announce not just my next studio MOC, but also my first MOC series. In this series you can follow along as I build and design the Foreman's basement from That 70s Show. Why did I pick this as my next MOC? Well, That 90s Show came out on Netflix and it reminded me how much I love That 70s Show. I really enjoyed the new show. The new cast is refreshing, and the cameos from the original actors are great too. Looking back on all the TV I've ever watched, I think That 70s Show has given me the most laughs, the most quotable moments, and it is the show where I felt most attached to the characters. Watching it truly feels like I can transport myself to another time and place, where I can just hang out down the street with my good buddies Eric, Kelso, and the rest. So this show means a lot to me, and now with the power of stud.io, I think I'm ready to bring it to life. This video will outline my plan for the series as well as the preliminary research I've taken to make this MOC my best work yet. Up front, I can tell you how I plan on designing this MOC. Instead of building the basement first, then filling it in with furniture, I will be doing the reverse. I want to build the most important furniture to minifig scale before placing it inside. This is to make sure I have enough room for everything, rather than having to compromise because a table or a couch doesn't fit. After furniture, I will build a sturdy base and then the walls with the staircase at the back. As far as minifigs of the characters go, I have no plans to build them at this time. This is just focusing on the basement. I feel like I would be too particular about getting the characters right, so I don't want to bother with it for now. Also, I wouldn't want to use custom prints or designs, which really makes designing the characters its own separate project. Before I start designing, I want to decide on the techniques I will use for building. As a reference and starting point, I looked at LEGO sets of sitcoms that already exist. First, I watched reviews of the Seinfeld apartment to see what I could learn. The Seinfeld set has a floor that's 3 plates or 1 brick high. I'm looking to emulate this for a sturdy base. Also, when the walls need interesting angles, the designer uses hinge plates multiple times to allow the wall to turn. This then appears to be on jumper plates, allowing it to stick to the floor. I don't know if I'll need angled walls yet, but this is a good technique to have in my back pocket. The couch in this apartment would work perfect in Eric's basement, just with a recolor. I think I'll try to design one of my own, but it's nice to use this as inspiration. The last observation I made was the rug. It is made of tiles on top of the floor, not just embedded in it. I might use this on their rug underneath the table where many circles take place. Next, I went to study the Big Bang Theory living room set, but there was not much to learn here. It was nice to see the furniture builds and the way they did the curtains for the window. These parts of the set are the most usable when it comes to looking for inspiration. The last set I examined was the Friends TV show apartments. Now I did notice this in the Seinfeld set too, but this set helped me conceptualize if I wanted to do the sitcom lighting on the top and the sides. And the answer is, yes, I think I would like to add this. But this would be the last thing to add, since it's the least important detail. The Friends apartments are very spacious. There's tons of room to walk around and move between furniture. I can't imagine having this set in real life because it looks like it would take up a considerable amount of space. Now the Foreman's basement is not that big, but it is filled with lots of clutter. I think as far as scaling goes, it'll be a size somewhere between Jerry's apartment and one of these. Also, the rug in the left apartment is interesting as it recesses into the floor. Forgive me since I don't watch Friends, but I now know this is Chandler and Joey's apartment. The floor of this build is also 3 plates high, so I guess once I start designing, I'll decide if I want Eric's rug to be tile built or embedded to the floor. I am so excited to get started on this MOC. There's no time to waste. You can expect to find updates as I work on this right here on my channel. Make sure to let me know your favorite That 70s Show moment in the comments. Alright, until next time.
Hello, Wisconsin!
Maybe when this MOC is done, I can build Leo's cousin's version of it, and I'll call it Foreman's Basement, a plate to the left.